Hello, this is our back and chest mobility routine. So what you're going to need today is just your foam roller. So grab it and we'll get going. So you're going to place it on the ground perpendicular to your back, and you're going to lay over it with the foam roller touching about midway down back. So right below your shoulder blades. You're going to place your hands behind your head to support your neck during this. You're not going to want to crank your neck forward. You're not going to want to let it lean back. Just going to get nice and neutral position, nice hold on the back of the head. Then you're going to place your weight down through your feet, lift your tushy off the ground, and all we're doing is rolling down and up. You're going to want to roll down to the bottom of your rib cage, up as far as you can go without the foam roller slipping out from underneath you. We're doing this for 10 reps, so just down and back. This is one of my favorite exercises. It feels so good. Once you get to 10, you're going to come back to your starting position, and you're going to rotate just a smidge. So you're going to roll over to the side so that your shoulder blade is on the foam roller. Then you're going to lift up like you did before, just gently, and you're going to come up and down, getting the muscles over your shoulder blade and also down your rib cage a wee bit where your lat and lower trap lie. So don't come all the way down to where the gushy part of your torso is. That's where you have your floating rib that's not as stable as the others because it's not connected up front. And you have some organs there. So once you get 10 up and down on the side, you're going to flip sides. So you're going to rotate over about 45 degrees and then all the way down, all the way up to, again, right before the foam roller is going to shoot out, and then right down to almost the gushy part, about 1 to 2 inches above that. You might find some tenderness on one side versus the other. If you do, you can always place your booty on the ground instead of lifted to, again, get that 5 to 6 out of 10 intensity. You're doing 10 reps here, making sure you're at that angle so you get your lower trap, your lats, and all the muscles that sit on top of your shoulder blade. Once you're done there, you're going to switch the orientation of the foam roller. And this is where it's really good to have a longer foam roller. If you don't have one of these, you can grab 2 or 3 bath towels and roll them up to lift your body up off of the ground. Because what we're trying to do is simply just get a little bit of elevation so that our arms can clear and go through their full range of motion. So you're going to place your bottom on the end of the foam roller, your head on the top of the foam roller, and you're going to rest your arms down. So these are called foam roller angels. We're going to do them 2 ways though. So they traditionally come out to the side like you're making a snow angel, but we're going to start by just going all the way back up over your head and then coming back to your starting position. You're going to lead with your thumbs and get a nice stretch, almost reaching out farther behind you, actively getting that elongation at the very top. Now, big thing here is to not get range of motion or compensation from your back. So it's easy to lift off this foam roller and press your hips up. I was doing that a little bit, as you could see. So I'm gonna consciously roll my hips backward so I'm a little bit more flush on the foam roller all the way down. I'm gonna hold that position. And I'll probably need to think about that as I go through the range because my body wanted to sneak in some range of motion through that compensation. If you are the same, the body has a tendency to do that at the very end of the range. So when you're reaching up, that's when you'll get that arching if you are going to get it. So just assess there. Again, you're doing 10 reps here. And then once you get to 10, we're going to switch positions. So I'm going to move out just a wee bit so I can clear my little exercise bench or shelves. All right, so now you're gonna rotate your hands so your palms are facing straight up. And we're gonna do snow angels. So you're gonna come out to the side and all the way up to your toe till your thumbs are touching, and then all the way back down. You're gonna elevate your hands off of the ground by just an inch or two. And we're doing 10 of these. Again, keeping contact with the foam roller from head to tush. So if you do need to do that pelvic rollback to get into a better position, please do that. Keep your elbows straight, palms facing straight up, hands touch at the top, and then you're back down. Again, 10 reps, just nice and smooth. Good. Now once you're finished, you're gonna roll off as graciously as possible. It's hard with that. And then you're gonna come onto your side. So these are windmills. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna use your foam roller to help you lock your lower body into position. So my, excuse me, my down leg is straight. My up leg is bent to about 90 degrees. And I'm on the outside of my shoulder with my arm outstretched. So I'm gonna place my hand on top of it just as if I had like a book hands. And you can place a pillow or a yoga block underneath your head if you would like. Otherwise, you can just relax it down. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna lead with your thumb as you rotate back slightly onto your shoulder blade. And then you're gonna come up with rotation from your shoulder and all the way out till you're fully spread, just like an eagle. We're so regal. And then back down, leading with your thumb, turning back down to that book position. Up, leading with thumb, rotate, and breathing for just one nice deep breath, feeling that elongation across your chest. And then back down. We're going to do 10 of these. Up, breath, back down. Now, by keeping your knee on the foam roller and keeping it locked into place there, you're locking your lower body into the position you want so you can get the rotation from the joints and tissues that you want. And I should really say rotation and range of motion. Good. Continue until you get 10, making sure you get your deep breath in at the end range to help relax those muscles into the length that we want them. And once you get to 10, you can switch sides. So my down leg's gonna be straight, my up leg's gonna be bent. I'm on the outside of my shoulder. I'm in the book position with my hands. Then I'm leading with my thumb, rotating out till I get into the fully elongated position. Breathing to let that almost sink. I'm letting myself sink into the stretch. And then coming back down. Making sure my lower body stays in the position that I've started in, so that I can get some rotary motion from my spine, upper body, and lengthening through the chest muscles. And we're doing 10 reps. One more for me, and then I'm gonna change positions. Nice. So you can place your foam roller to the side. We are now going to work on from a quadruped position. So you're going to come down in almost a child's pose position, but you're going to be lifted off of the ground with your hands. So I'm fully down onto my heels with my tush, and I'm going to place my hand above my head. Elbows straight out to the side. I'm going to rotate down and bring it toward my wrist, and then rotate up as far as I can go. Thinking about getting that motion from my spine. So my eyes follow my elbow. And I'm thinking about rotating through my upper spine, my mid-spine, I should say, thoracic spine. You're doing 10 reps on this side. And then we're going to switch sides. Hand behind head. You're coming down to your elbows toward your wrist. Again, following your elbow up with your eyes. Keeping that elbow position nice and straight. Thinking about rotating through your thoracic spine. And your shoulder too, of course. Doing 10 of these. Challenging end range just a wee bit. So holding for just a half a second, but really making sure you get to that full end range position. So you're butting up against your available motion for the day. Good. Once you get to 10, I want you to grab your foam roller again. And we are going to do one more exercise for some thoracic extension. So you're going to be in the same position. Foam roller is going to be down. Thumbs are going to be straight up. You're going to roll out to almost a traditional child's pose position. Your thumbs are going to be up, and you're going to let your chest sink down toward the floor. So by elevating our arms, we have more space to sink down. And then once you're here, I want you to rotate your hands up, rotate your hands down. And that altered position helps mobilize our lat a little bit more. And then come back up. We're going to do 5 of these. And you're really just rotating your hands about 5 times. So down as far as you can go. Breathing, letting your chest sink toward the ground. And then palms up, palms down. 5 times. Palms up, palms down. Nice deep breaths. Chest sinks. Forehead can rest on the floor. You're rotating 5 times, coming back up. We're going to do 3 more. All the way out. Nice breath. Palms up, down. Relaxing, thinking about your body being almost jello, like nice and relaxed, nothing tense or tight. And then back up. 2 more. Palms up, palms down. Sinking that chest lower to the ground as your body allows. Getting your nice deep breaths in so your whole body becomes nice and relaxed. Out. Sink. Breathe. And rotate. Alrighty, so I have one or two more exercises for you, and then we will be finished for the day. So I want you to get back into that original position that we were in to begin with. So your foam roller is perpendicular to your back, and you're about at the mid-back point, right below your shoulder blades. You're going to support your head and keep your tush on the ground this time. You're going to take a deep breath in. As you take your deep breath out, you're going to lower and arch over the foam roller. And then back up using your core. Then you're going to inch down, literally inch down, half an inch to an inch. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Extend over the foam roller. And then back up. Inch down very slightly. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Extend over the foam roller. Do a couple more of these. Inch. Breathe. Extend. One more. Inch. Breathe. Extend. If you hear some popping or cracking during this, that's totally fine and is not of concern. You're mobilizing your spine and encouraging that extension. And sometimes you get a little popping in between your vertebrae. Totally fine. Last exercise. Okay, so you're going to turn the foam roller. Again, we're setting up kind of like we did before. You're going to scoot your boot to the end. Head is on the top. And you're coming out into a fully extended position. So we're going to start about 90 degrees. So directly out to the side, bending the elbows just slightly. So what our goal is here is to be flush from your tush to your head. So make sure your back isn't curved up. And then our goal is to get a nice chest stretch during this. The interesting thing about the pec, there's a pec major, pec minor, and the orientation of the fibers are different. And so, depending on where your tension is, you might have to move your arms to target that tension. So I need to come up a smidge to get to target the right fiber orientation where the tension is in my chest. So right now, there's a big stretch there. I'm going to come off of it just a little bit because I'm out of that 5 to 6 out of 10 range. Some people have to come all the way up to get those more angular fibers. And that's fine too. Just play around with this. So come up and then bring your elbows down and just figure out where in the range you feel like you are most tense. And then you're just going to settle into that. We're going to take 10 deep breaths. We're going to take advantage of this stretch to really calm our central nervous system as well as calm some of the tension across our chest. So this routine, or even pieces of this routine, is great if you work at a computer or drive a lot, or just in general sit throughout the day. Fantastic. So keep breathing deep breaths. We're going to do 10 of those deep breaths. You're just going to relax into this stretch. Close your eyes. Check in with the rest of your body. My glutes and quads were flexed. Or contracted, I should say. So I'm going to relax my legs. Now, if you don't feel anything, if you feel like I am nice and mobilized through my chest, what you can do to increase the intensity is you can roll gently toward your right, keeping your left in the same position. Left arm, I should say. So it almost stretches out your left arm a little bit more. And you can come up to where you started and then gently roll the opposite way, stretching out the right a little bit more. And you can do this 10 times as well. So if you need that extra added intensity, this is where you'll want to go. So 5 to each side, 10 reps total. But if you feel like the tension is completely suitable and it's that 5 to 6 out of 10 without adding this in, please just stay in your deep breaths. eyes closed and relaxing into that stretch. Alrighty. Thanks for joining for the chest and back exercise mobility routine. This was great and hope you have a good day.